Okay, welcome to our Lewt tutorial. We're going to talk about a craft station today. A craft station is a conversion object. It will be like a spinning wheel, for instance, that might spin wool into yarn, or it might be a stove that turns ingredients into edible food. The one we're going to be doing today is going to be a cauldron, and naturally, cauldrons like to make potions. So that's what we're going to do with our cauldron. We're going to take the free cauldron that comes with your starter pack, and we're going to make it produce a couple of different items. We'll go into that. But let's get started. We're going to edit it, and in the content tab, we're going to add a craft generic script. Yours may be a craft something else script. We already covered that in previous tutorials. You also want to add a blank note card. You can name it whatever you like, but it has to be the first note card in the list. So if there are other note cards in here, make sure that your recipe note card is the first one in the list. And we're going to double click to open it up, and here we go. Each recipe line is going to start with a keyword. The keyword for the first line will be con, and that stands for container, meaning that the product of this recipe is going to go in your container. Now the next element after the hash mark there is going to be the product of the recipe. So this will be aqua vitae. We're going to make some aqua vitae, and that will go into the container when we're done with it. It's going to take one belladonna to make that, and then let's say it takes two portobellas. That's the mushroom we made in the last tutorial, and then let's say one diced onions. Okay, and then let's save it. And we'll try out our cauldron. We just touch it, and sure enough, there it is. Select one of the items below. Well, we've only got one recipe, so that's all that shows up here. Aqua vitae. Let's see if we can make it. One belladonna, one portobella, and one diced onions. I hope I have all those ingredients. Let's just see. Apparently I do, because now I've created aqua vitae. What can I do with it? Well, it's in my container, so I can't do anything with it really, except pass it around to other Lewt participants. I can trade it to somebody else, or I can use it in another recipe. Let's use it in another recipe. Let's see what happens. Let's open this up, edit our note card again, and we'll make a new recipe. This one will be an INV recipe. INV is the keyword that means inventory. Whatever you produce in this recipe line will actually be given to the player. That is an object. It could be a piece of clothing that they could wear. It could be an animation or a sound. It can be just about anything, even a landmark. But in this case, a potion sounds more appropriate. So we're going to go ahead and use a potion. The healing potion is a Genesis Combat System compatible healing potion that comes in your free Lewt starter pack. And we're going to let our players brew one of those if they have all the ingredients. And one of the ingredients is going to be aqua vitae. So they're going to have to go out there and collect one belladonna, two portobella, and one diced onions, and then come to this cauldron and brew an aqua vitae just to get to that point. And then they have to add the other items. They're going to need one virgin blood and one eye of newt, in addition to the aqua vitae. And then we're going to save this, and we'll close it out, and let's try our converter. Here we go. Now you'll notice the aqua vitae is still there, naturally, but the healing potion was cut off. The reason for that is that a lot of viewers, most of them in fact, tend to cut everything off about 9 characters in on a dialogue button like that. Nothing we can really do about it except, gnash our teeth about it. But you want to try and keep your item descriptions short for that reason. If you can't keep them short, at least try to keep the description toward the front of the item, so that if it gets cut off later, you may have, like, for instance, a mushroom soup and a mushroom sauce. But since mushroom is 8 characters, and then you have the space between the 2 characters, you're not going to be able to tell the two apart on buttons. So make sure you have sauce / mushroom, and then maybe soup / mushroom to help distinguish those in a dialog menu. Anyway, let's brew a healing potion, and we need aqua vitae, virgin blood, and 1 eye of newt. So we'll make it, and it says it cannot find the healing potion. Tell the owner about this problem. Well, that's because we didn't drop in the healing potion. Let's open it back up, and let's drop in the healing potion. Remember, we've got to have that in there, or else it can't give it out. Now let's close it and try again. Making a healing potion. Make it. I don't have enough aqua vitae. Oh, I used it all up. Let's try making the aqua vitae again. Make it. I have it now. And now the healing potion. Make it. And you see, this is trying to give me the healing potion. Naturally, I'm going to keep it. And that's our craft tutorial.